So I want to start recording some of the games I'm playing. I thought this would be a really good one to start with, as I'm trying to get better at SC2. And I've posted lots of like shorts and stuff, so I thought I'd start posting a few more videos, just going through it, maybe get some help with some stuff. So I'm at gold. This is a bit of an older one where I think I was at silver. 2v2, Protoss. I'm obviously Terran here in the blue, and on the other side we've got Zerg coming across with a cheeky Overlord here, and we've also got Protoss here. It's quite a quick game as well, which is quite useful. I can kind of see like what I've done wrong. I think what they've done wrong. I think we're quite lucky actually. But I'll speed this up a little bit. Nothing too much happens early on. So I'm going with typical, obviously, supply, barracks. I'm not going to do anything fancy after that. Protoss ally is going double gateway. These guys are doing double gateway as well. And Zerg, obviously, they haven't dropped their second base up. I think that's their second base, yeah. And I'm just a little bit ahead of them. They're sending out some Zerglings, so we'll see what they end up doing. Protoss on their second base. Everyone's pretty standard so far, I think. What have I got over here? Is that my... Oh, second. I've got second barracks. I don't know why I did that. These Zerglings kill this SCV. I do nothing. They actually could have killed that Marine. But it looks like they're more interested in scouting, which is probably good for me. Or hassling the probes, but my ally's much better at killing them, so he sorts that out. Perfect. I was obviously very tilted by this and still hadn't sent another SCV, which hopefully now I wouldn't do. That's definitely something I need to get better at. What am I building here? Oh, I think I'll panic bunker build that. Yeah, you can see I'm not. I don't need that anymore. And the Zerg. It's got a few queens. I don't necessarily know if that was a perfect move, but I'm like silver, so I shouldn't judge. The Protoss hasn't done their second base. They've put up 3 gateways, which feels good early on if you're going at one base all in. They're doing a Stargate, I get that. I feel like they could have just come over with this and probably done a bit of damage. Yeah, I would have thought so, based on what we've got. Especially if he pumped out a few Zerglings, that would have been a pain. But yeah, I think it depends. I can't remember what he does after this. Depends what he wants to do now. So if I was him, I would probably just be churning out troops. He's at 500, so you can probably get a few Zealots out. But anyway, we're starting to build up a few troops. I'm nowhere near getting SCV production. I'm doing nothing. I'm floating far too many minerals. I think I was tilted by the first couple of Zerglings. I chucked that in, obviously, a bit worried about follow-up harass, which, you know, that's quite useful to do. And what have we got now? About 6, 8 Zerglings coming across now. See, now it's a bit too late. We've built up too many troops now. I don't think they're going to do very well here. They do. Interesting is going for the SCVs. Oh, and realises that actually I'm not good enough to build enough SCVs yet. It looks like he wants to do scouting, but you've lost quite a few Zerglings. He does get to scout a little bit, but whether it was worth the Zerglings, I don't know. Drop his third base. Less than 5 minutes. That feels quick, but maybe he's going for a greedy Zerg build, so I kind of get that. Roaches, but not building any. I think at this point, the Protoss have, not that I'm very good, let them down a bit, because he could be pumping out loads of Zealots and Stalkers, and he could have done a couple of attacks by now. So it looks like he's going to put a Warp Prism in, but apart from that, he's not doing too much, which is good because I was really lagging this one. I think my teammate really pulled me across this one. I wouldn't have been able to survive. So anyway, battery's finally getting down. Feels like a bit late to get a siege tank out. Check the timing for siege tanks, but we're starting to do a bit better. So let's go speed this up because it's a bit boring now. What we doing? Saturating second, saturating my second very slowly. I put a turret down, obviously a bit worried again. What am I building here? Finally got my starport up. Again, I probably could have forgone that and built these a bit quicker. Got a few Marines out, so that's fine. But again, if he had moved across, it's got a Void Ray. If they're both moved across now-ish, would have been interesting to see. Allies gone for a third base. That's not a bad thing. Actually, definitely good for us because I seem to be mimicking their Protoss in the sense that I'm probably the weaker one, like I said. But now I've got my siege tank up. That's going to make our lives a lot easier. So if he... so now he's really getting into it. So maybe this is what he was playing the whole time. Again, if you leave Zerg, we know that they can kind of like spread quite quickly. Okay, getting his prison ready. See, if he moved across now onto my main, that would have really done me over. But again, it looks like he's getting ready to start building his unit base up with 4 gateways. He can start to churn out a few things, although he could probably put out a few more. But still, right, so this Void Ray is going to have a look-see, I think. Yeah, he's going to look around. We've got a couple of prisons over here just spying. Got a lot of prisons. I'm finally getting my 3rd up. This Void Ray, I feel like he's going to go straight into my base. What am I building here? Armory. I feel like that's not going to go well. What else have we got going on? I think, oh yeah, it kills the SCV. I don't react very quickly to it. Although here I do, so it's pretty good for me. So, but just a big opening for him to attack. So thankfully, my Protoss ally kills one and shoots that one away. He retreats before taking any damage, so that makes my life easy. And obviously I put a turret down to compensate, although if he come back now I would have been in a bit of trouble. At the front I've gone a little bit over the top with the siege tanks. That's fine. In this game it ends up working out for us. He's got an Archon, he's got a nice little split of a few things, which is quite useful. Oh, I continue to go siege tank, just a few more. Come on, siege up, siege up. You can tell I'm like silver here, I think. Oh, put this little fellow over there, help you out, just, you know, helping an ally out. But not sieging. Let's take, we got there in the end. Oh, no problem back. Nice little line of siege tanks. Right, so they're moving down now. The Roaches coming, there's quite a few of them actually. I think he's waiting for his Protoss ally who's left those guys in the prisons. Anyway, we figure out what's going on here and realise they're all there. Protoss pulls back, my Marine's going to pull back a bit. Dropping a turret as well because, oh no, I dropped a sense tower, yeah, just so I can see a bit better. Let's have a look, we come forward. Oh, siege tanks kind of get them a little bit. They burrow underneath. Problem is they pop up and they've got a huge siege tank line. Not going to do any good against that. So that's them. As my ally just takes out the Protoss, he pushes him up the ramp a bit. I'm really slow with my Marines, but they kind of just help a little bit with the carrier. I think, you got anyone in there? He didn't unload them. Yeah, see, I think the Protoss opponent was probably pulling the Zoe back a bit. So anyway, I've got my big Bible. I don't have got upgrades. Okay, I've got my 1-1 upgrades. I do need to get a bit of that. And let's have a look what happens. I imagine. Oh, he's gone Zergly. It's a quick build, I guess. I think good against Archons, but they won't do very well against Zealots. And I feel like I've got too many Marines for him to worry, for him to actually do damage to. Protoss haven't built any units. I don't believe. Yeah, I mean it would be good for the Zerglings to do a flank, but there's just not enough of them really. So yeah, he GG's out there. We come up here. He's just got a few guys there. He's got a carrier. It's 2 sites taking too long to build. And I've just got too much of a Bible for whatever he has. So then he quits in a second if I'm right. And that's the end of that. So yeah, an interesting game. I can see a lot of the mistakes that I made that I definitely want to change going forward. This was a bit older, so hopefully that won't be the case. And yeah, that's my very quick video.